All right, here's the walkthrough for DGP Quiz 4. First, we got to start by doing our parts of speech. Since is a subordinate conjunction. It's joining since their mom baked them cookies with the idea that they were excited, and we know it's subordinate because one is a cause and the other one's effect. First, the mom baked the cookies, which caused them to be excited, so one happened then the other. So that's a subordinate conjunction. There is a pronoun, although it's a possessive pronoun possessing mom, so we're going to go ahead and label that a pronoun / adjective, since it wouldn't be anywhere important like down here on our chart. Mom, of course, is a noun, since it's a person, place, or thing. Baked is an action verb, since it's something you can actually do. So here, my verb line. Them is a pronoun because they are people who, that's a terrible R. I'm sorry. Because they are people. Cookies, noun. Delicious, delicious, noun. They, another pronoun, again talking about people. Were is a linking verb, the past tense of the to be verb. Very is describing excited. How excited? Very excited. And excited is describing they. So excited is an adjective since it's describing a noun or a pronoun. And very is an adverb since it's describing an adjective. Now let's go down to our line, little chart down here. Next up is prep phrases. We don't have any prepositions, so we can't have any prep phrases. Our subjects, we ask ourselves who verb, what verb. So who baked? The mom baked. So mom is baked subject. Then we ask ourselves who were excited? They were excited. So they is were subject. For our complements, we ask ourselves subject verb what? Mom baked what? And even though them is right after baked, that's not what mom baked. Mom's not baking children. She's not the witch in Hansel and Gretel. Mom is actually just baking some cookies. We have to check the verb to see what type of complement it is. And since the verb is baked, which is an action verb, the only option we have, if you act on something, you do something. So our cookies complement is a direct object. They were what? Subject verb what? They were what? Excited. So there's that complement. Again, we have to go back and check our verb, which is a linking verb, which means it has to be a predicate something. And then because it's an adjective, the only choice is predicate adjective. Now, since we have a direct object here, we also need to double check to see if we have an indirect object. So let's come up here. Do I have a highlighter or something? Not really. Okay, we'll do this. Go back to make sure all of our nouns and pronouns have a label. Now, we're not going to count there because we labeled it / adjective. It's just a name tag. It's not actually a person, so that one doesn't count as a person, place, or thing. But mom is a noun, but we have that in the chart, so that's fine. Cookies is a noun. We have that in the chart, so that's fine. They is pronoun. We have that in our chart. So the only pronoun or noun that we haven't labeled is them. And to find your direct objects, you have to think, is that the person or thing receiving the direct object? Did the mom bake cookies to them or for them? And yes, she did. She baked the cookies for them. So them is going to be my indirect object for this one. This one doesn't have one because it doesn't have a direct object. All right, now that we've filled out our whole chart and we've found all our parts of speech and subjects and verbs and all that stuff, now it's time to find our clauses. So from before, we had to remember our subjects and our verbs were mom. Oh, sorry. That's a lightsaber? Okay, that's cool. Subject verb were mom baked and they were. So let's go ahead and label that. We've got mom baked. And our other one, they were. So now let's find all the words that go with mom baked. Mom baked what? Cookies. Who'd she bake them for? Them. Whose mom? Their mom. And then conjunctions always go at the beginning. They were what? Excited. How excited? Very excited. You'll notice every single word in there is in the clauses. So on your line 6 and 7 for your independent and your dependent clauses, every single word needs to go somewhere. Now looking back at our red one, because we've got the subordinate conjunction here, it's like having a negative sign in front of a number. It changes the type of clause that it is. So that subordinate conjunction makes it dependent. They were very excited. That stands alone by itself. It doesn't need anybody, so that one's going to be independent. Because we have a dependent clause and an independent clause, we have a complex sentence. Since their mom baked them cookies, they were very excited. That excited, it could make it exclamatory. We don't usually do exclamatory, so let's go ahead and do that. It could also be declarative. It depends on how excited you are about it, I guess. Let's see, for punks and caps, let me just get rid of that just for our purposes here. Obviously, the beginning of our sentence needs to be capitalized. Oops, getting a little too hard to read that. Okay, so the beginning of our sentence needs to be capitalized here. Boom, boom, boom. We decided it's exclamatory, so you need to have an exclamation point. And between our clauses, especially since we're starting with a dependent clause, anytime you start with anything besides your independent clause's subject, you got to have a comma there. And that's it.